So, another moment where I had to decide whether or not I was going to be honest with my kids or just let them find out. I forgot to put their juice in their lunch containers this morning. And typically we have a refrigerator full of juice, and I just go in and grab one and toss it in a lunch container, and go on about my business. Well, we just been pulling juice out of the refrigerator and did not notice that we didn't have any in there last night. So I had to get juice from the pantry this morning and stick it in the deep freezer. Well, we know how that ended up. The way it was supposed to go was that I put it in the deep freezer, get the kids in the car when it's time to go, and then just grab the juice out of the deep freezer and put it in the lunch containers as we're pulling out. Didn't happen that way. Tossed them in the car, back right on out of the garage. Forgot to get the juice out of the deep freezer and remembered. I always seem to remember this stuff when I'm getting ready to turn on the road to the school. I ended up telling them, and thankfully, they took it pretty well. I think what helped is today is Friday, and on Fridays, if they have a good day, they can watch their iPads on the way to school. The 3 things that helped me out was it's Friday, which means it's the weekend coming up, and they know they have a birthday party to go to tomorrow. That's the first thing. The second thing is they were on their iPad, so they really, we gotta, get water. It's okay, fine. The third thing is they're serving pizza at school today, so maybe that helped. I don't know. Anyway, I counted a win for me. I'm glad I told them. I would not want them to lift up their lunch container looking for their Sharkleberry Fin by Capri Sun, not sponsored, and not see it. So, yeah. That's my oopsie for today. All right. Y'all have a good one. Toodles. The Kindergarten Chronicles. This edition we'll call Mommy Forgets. This morning, I sent my children to school not dressed in what they were supposed to be dressed in, meaning they are celebrating something this week. And so every day of the week, they have something specific that they're supposed to wear. Completely forgot about it. Slipped my mind. I saw it one time last week. Didn't write it down on the calendar. And then didn't remember until we were on our way to school this morning. So then I had to make a decision. Do I pull up and act all surprised because everybody else has on what they're supposed to have on and my kids don't? Or do I tell them before we get there so that there's no surprises? So I tell them and say, hey, I will bring what you're supposed to have on as soon as I drop you off. I'll go back and get it. Well, what do you think I did? I did tell them on the way. I said, I think you're supposed to be wearing something different today. I think today is a special day and you're supposed to have on insert what they're supposed to wear. And Mommy forgot. However, once I drop you off, I will go back and get it for you and bring it so you can change, okay? Got sort of a guilt trip from my daughter. She wanted to say, Mommy, how could you forget? I know she wanted to say it. She was not pleased with her mother this morning. However, I got their stuff and I brought it back and all is well, I think. Looking back, it's all these different methods of communication. That is another thing that I wasn't anticipating. So there's just so many different things to keep up with. Like, there's not one central location for everything. Papers are coming in, all time of week. Things are being uploaded to different electronic platforms. So it's a lot to keep up with. So I think what I'm going to do now is the day that things come home, I'm just going to immediately write them down in my planner. So just, hey. So in this episode of Kindergarten Chronicles, I picked up the wrong Lunchables yesterday at the grocery store. I was supposed to pick up pepperoni pizza, and I picked up extra cheesy. And the thing is, the kids were with me in the store. So both my daughter and I missed that it was just cheese and not pepperoni. So I told her we would just send some pepperoni in a bag to school today. Yep. We ain't got no pepperoni at home. So now I'm at Publix to buy some pepperoni, attempting to beat the clock for lunch at school so she can have her pepperoni. I don't go in her school looking an ashy mess. Let's go get this stuff and take it to school. It's a little brisk out here. I don't have time to be choosy and grab a second or third. Get what I can. The Hormel sliced is gone, so Armor will have to do it. Ooh, y'all, I hope it's good. I can't remember if I bought her bag from the house. Here we go. That'll do it. I did bring it. Okay. Here with the goods in tow. So you go in and deliver. Yeah. So I dropped the pepperoni off. The ladies in the office were talking about how now they feel like they're such a terrible mom because they never would have brought pepperoni in for their kids. This was my fault. I figured I'd fix it. I see myself like running to the school every time they need stuff. So my question is, if your kid left a part of their lunch at home, would you bring it if you were able? I understand that not everybody's able to like get off and go run and get what's needed, but if you could and if you had the time, would you bring it? What would you do? Let me know.